is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. I will be your pre-show net control operator for the BeaconNet pre-show tonight. I have a NetLogger window open. We have about 4 minutes until the pre-show starts. If you'd like to get an early check-in before the pre-show, please call now.
W8WKY.
WB4AIZ. 50 Bravo 4 Alpha is
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, Mark in Copley.
KE8VZA returning. There we go. We have two takers, WB4AIZ Chuck and K4OG Mark in the middle. All right. Anyone else out there who would like to get on the list before the pre-show, please call now. Well, it's kind of quiet out here. KE8VZA returning. We have a little less than 2 minutes to go yet. I don't know what else to say. It was kind of a dreary afternoon. I did a little work outside trying to get the closing of the plywood pond underway, and made a little headway, but got a ways to go yet.
Kilo Delta 8, Victor Yankee Tango. This is Russ in Akron. What the heck is a plywood pond?
KD8VYT, KE8VZA here. It is an above-ground pool, swimming pool, that is, the decking is plywood. The framing is a mixture of steel I-beams and pressure-treated 2x4s, but the decking's plywood, and I affectionately call it the plywood pond, because the plywood currently has no carpet on it. Formerly, it had indoor carpet.
Well, that sounds better than my pool that I don't have anymore because a tree killed it. So, gotta do what you gotta do.
Roger, roger. Okay, we are down to our announcer. Please stand by.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST, this is BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater. I am Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I will be your pre-show net control operator tonight. This is a controlled pre-net, and I ask that all traffic pass through net control. Emergency and urgent traffic, please break in at any time. At this time, do we have any emergency or urgent traffic? Okay, nothing heard. The frequency of this repeater, first off, the repeater is in Doylestown, Ohio. Its care and feeding fall under the auspices of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, and the frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, and that is a positive offset repeater. And you can also get to it via Allstar Node 48496 or Echolink W8WKY-R. Okay, so there are the details, and we're going to go ahead and talk to our net control team first, and then we will take some more check-ins, and then we'll work the list and see who's going to stick around and who's just going to get their ticket punched tonight. So we'll go up to the top of the net control team. KE8QKO, Nick at Night, will be our net control operator at the top of the hour. How are you doing tonight, Nick? And any opening words for us?
KEVZA, KEQKO. All right, Eric. I'm doing well. A little tired, but I'm doing well. Opening words. Check in. Everybody's welcome. Aside from that, I got home a few hours ago. I did, I don't know if you ever did the wood badge course with the Scouts when your son was in or not, but I did that this weekend, or the second week of it this weekend. So kind of doing that, anyway, all of what's involved in that. So that's where I'm at. That's been what I've been up to, and I guess with that, I'll pass it back to you. KEQKO.
So, Nick, what was that particular scouting activity you mentioned?
It's called Wood Badge. It's a servant leadership training course for adults. Many years ago, Baton Powell, after creating the Scouts, realized he needed a way to train the adults that would train the Scouts, and created a leadership course for the adults. So I've been going through that. I completed all of the classwork this weekend, and I've got a few more. I've got another year or so of projects and things I have to do to complete the course altogether. But I did that. That's called Wood Badge. With that, I'll pass it back to you.
All right, Nick. Yes, I have heard of that, and that did exist when my son was in Scouts. And I was actually approached and asked if I wanted to start down the path to earn that. And at that point I knew my son wasn't going to stick with it, so I declined. But congratulations to you. It's a very worthwhile program. It's very difficult, but it is doable. I talked to several people who completed it, and seems like it's also a rewarding program. But anyway, congratulations to you for embarking on that, and it's good to hear you tonight, Nick. We'll clear with KE8QKO, and next on our list is Dustin, KD8EPC. I saw you in the blue screen there, Dustin. How you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
KVZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC on Echolink. Well, good evening to you, Eric, and to everybody on the pre-net here. I'm going to try to stick around, but I've been up since 3:30 this morning because that gnarly storm woke the dog up and upset her, and so I was up all night with the dog, so there you go. But we're going to try our best to stick around, have fun on the blue screen, and be there for the big show. So with that, this is KD8EPC, back to pre-net controls.
All right, Dustin. Yeah, sorry to hear your dog was upset by the thunder boomers last night. We had some pretty intense hits near our house here up to the north of you, and I remember they woke me up several times, and I was trying to remember, did I unplug coaxes from radios? I think I did, and then I would fall back asleep. That happened a couple times. So I checked when I got up, and sure enough, I had unplugged them. So that was cool. So, okay, got you on the list sticking around. If you don't respond later, we'll just assume that you've gone into dreamland. So, anyway, We'll clear with KD8EPC. Next on the list is KD8SLG, Just Nick. How you doing tonight, Just Nick? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
W8WKY.
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric and all the Beacon netizens. I'm down the farm tonight. Taking it easy, we just queued up the latest episode of Penguin, and I am celebrating the day of my birth, which is tomorrow. So I'm not sticking around tonight. I just wanted to get in, say hi, and get my parking ticket validated. Everyone have a great night. 7-3 all y'all. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Just Nick. Oh, that's cool. Happy birthday to you, and hope the festivities go well, and hope you can blow out all those candles. Hi. Anyway, I'm right behind you, so anyway, have a good time. We'll clear with KD8SLG, who's going to be getting his ticket punched, and so consider your ticket punched there, Nick. Enjoy. 73. So we'll clear with KD8SLG, and next on the list is Josh, W8HRF. How you doing tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA on the BeaconNet. This is W8HRF. Good evening, Eric. Good evening to everybody on the BeaconNet. I'm going to have to ask you to validate my parking as well. Going to be in and out. I am going to head to bed here shortly for work in the morning. But good to hear everybody. Let's see. The only thing I was going to mention was, man, if you guys haven't seen how SpaceX's Starship launched today and how that first booster came back and landed at the launch pad, that was a pretty cool way to wake up this morning. And watch that succeed. That was something else. So, anyways, that was pretty cool. So we had a good weekend here, and it was a lot of fun. So, but we'll catch you later. Have a good weekend, or have a good net, Eric. We'll catch you later. KE8VZA W8HRF.
Yes, Josh, I did see a very brief video of the booster coming back and landing, and I almost thought I was watching a video in reverse, but a booster doesn't take off by itself. So anyway, very cool. Yes, very cool. Very cool. Okay, consider your parking validated. And is your lovely wife, Lucy, out there, or are you going to proxy her parking ticket to be validated as well? KE8YUK?
KE8YUK, KE8VZA. Man, I will always be haunted by Josh's former call sign. I will be in and out as well. Had a great long weekend trying out the pop-up camper. Camping has been really nice. But it's nice to be home, nice to take a breather. And right now I think I'm just going to focus on not thinking about having to clean up the rest of the house. So hopefully I'll talk Josh into watching a show, or we'll just fall asleep. I really don't know. But I hope everybody has a great net, and we'll catch you on Wednesday.
And happy birthday to Just Nick.
Happy birthday to Just Nick, that too. Betty would sing if she was awake. Wait, is there anything else I was going to say? I think that was it. All right. Have a good night, everybody. God bless. KE8YUK to KE8VZA.
AF5JB, Matt, entonces showtime.
KE8VZA returning. I did copy Matt, AF5JB short time. We'll get to you momentarily, Matt. And thanks for checking in. And Lucy, thanks for checking in. And consider your parking validated as well. And hope you enjoy the evening. And you know what? There's good news and bad news. If you don't do anything with the house tonight, it'll be here tomorrow. But that's also the bad news. It'll be there tomorrow. Either way, flip a coin, right? Okay, we'll clear with KE8YUK. and W8HRF. And we're going to roll on down and see if our alt trivia master is here yet. He may not be because he's usually on another net wrapping things up. KI5DAY Allen, are you here? All right, have no fear. He'll join us in a bit. We'll circle back and pick him up in a minute. And I'm going to read who I have on the list thus far. WB4AID Chuck, K4OG Mark, K5 CFY Ray, AB8MO Andy, KD8VYT Russ, AI5Q Jairus, WA8KOC Fred, KD2HCE Chris, who asked to be in and out, and 73 Chris, thanks, and KE8QFT Fred, KE8ZRY Jeremy, and AF5JB Matt. Let's see, how about some more check-ins? We'll take some more check-ins here, and then we'll work the list and see who's sticking around and who's not. Let us see here. I just wanted to mention this net is the barometer, or excuse me, not the barometer net, the Beacon Net pre-show. Beacon Net is 10 p.m. Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, and the pre-show at 9:30. That's the Eastern Standard Time there. So anyway, we'll go down. Any more check-ins? Please call now.
Net control. Please check in Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, Mac in Arkansas.
Well, I'll put my mark on the stovepipe now because we have a wind. I know there will be a long-winded that says they're short time. But put me on the stovepipe, and I'll be around waiting for your call. KSFQV.
KE8VZA returning. Okay, we picked up two there. KI5RFI Mac and KC8FQV Northern Mark. Got you on both on the list. Anybody else before we start to work this list? Please call now.
Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, Tom in Canton. Just punch my ticket tonight. 7 Friesel.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, Phil and Canal Fulton. Trying to check in with you, Eric, on the blue screen, and apparently I'm on the wrong band on the computer. So I don't know what I'm doing with this, but just giving you a heads up. And I may be in and out this evening because I'm not squared away here yet on the screen. I want to try to get that working. So, Eric, back to you, WV3K.
Very good. KE8VZA returning. I picked up KA8MNT, who asked to get his ticket punched. Thanks, Tom. And 73. And Phil, WV3K, also in and out tonight. Thanks, Phil. And if you change your mind and want to check in or do a recheck when the opportunity presents itself, thank you. And 73. Okay, we're going to go up and work this list, and we're going to go to our short time station first. Matt in, I think it's Tulsa. Yes, Tulsa, Oklahoma, AF5JB. Matt, if you have some comments you'd like to share with the net at this time, please go ahead.
Yeah, appreciate it. Good to you and everybody else out on the net. Extremely still balmy, 76 degrees. You hear it down, as we like to call it. Before it's cool down tomorrow, so I think falls almost here, but at least for Oklahoma anyway. But excuse me. Other than that, been doing very good. Did my laundry. What's that? A small route. Yesterday morning, got that done. Got me a little power nap. Got back up and did my laundry. Then went out to get the busters and play Pac-Man Battle Royale. Some Cruise Blast, and I went to the Hard Rock and ate a really good hamburger there. Went back to my house and hung around there. Played some Miss Pac-Man, a couple of other games. My multi-cade personal arcade tables. That was a lot of fun. And then someone had me a beer and I went to bed. That's my Saturday night. Kind of took it easy most day to day. Get ready to start a whole new week all over again. So I also want to note I'm supposed to have a comet up in the sky that you see in the evenings there. So that's kind of interesting. Other than that, it's about all I got. You guys have a good, safe week out there. Thanks for having me on, 73. It's good to hear everyone, and catch you all next time. And this is AFIJB, Matt, in City of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 73. Thank you, Joe. Catch you all next time. Thanks again.
All right, very good, Matt. I'm happy to see you're keeping the Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man marathon alive there, and two very good games. I really like those, as I've said before, but I really do. And good trip to Dave & Buster's there too. I haven't been there in a while. Last time I was there, I had a blast. So I have to get there one of these. Maybe I can talk my son into going with me. I'm sure he would like it. Anyway. I got my laundry done this time, unlike last week where I was behind the 8 ball. So I'm ready to go. So anyway, thanks for sharing that with you, Matt, and you have a good beginning of the week, and we look forward to talking to you in the future. So we'll clear with AF5JB, and we'll go back up to the top of the list here and start working it. Next person on the list is Chuck, WB4AIZ, down in Florida. How you doing, Chuck? And have you been avoiding the severe weather? And are you going to stick around tonight?
WB4AIZ. Whack, whack. Anyways, drying out a bit. We were north of the eye. So we got the wind event and the rain event, and the storm surge wasn't too bad this time. I've been in no evac zone. My assisted living facility has a generator, and the main building, they had lights and the AC and everything. And until today, my building has been no power. So they turn it on during supper tonight. Yay! Whoopee! And our girlfriend Brenda KI4RV. She's in a special needs shelter. She's totally blind, but her house got some water. I haven't seen it, but she's got water inside and out or something. Anyways, so she's in a shelter, and she's she's liking the food, anyways. But she's all right. She's having a good time. So, anyways, we're doing okay down here now. A lot of devastation, a lot of such debris from. Hang on. A lot of debris from Helene, and they didn't get it all picked up. I don't know how it affected Uncle Milty, but anyways, it was a mess. Still a mess. WD for you, Isaac. Oh, by the way, she'll be in and out.
All right, Chuck. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're surviving okay down there. It sounds good that your facility has a generator, and it's too bad about your friend's house being caught up in the flood there. I hope restoration can happen easily there. Something I really don't know about as far as restoring from water damage, but definitely good luck with that. And 73, thanks for checking in. I got you in and out tonight. Next on the list is Mark, K4OG. How you doing, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8 VZA, K4OG here. Good evening, Eric, and everyone on the BeaconNet. Eric, I guess you heard my first transmission from the new apartment on the GP95 and IC 9700. So now I'm just looking for a signal report. I got some vines tie wrapped to the antenna, and they got some wires in the vines, so I don't know. Hopefully that's not interfering with anything. How do we sound, Eric? K4OG.
You sound very good tonight, Mark. Full quieting into the repeater and 100% copy. KE8VZA.
Fantastic, VZA. That's what I was hoping. Well, all right, I'll give you a quick rundown. I got a thorn out of my side today. Moving into this new apartment, they didn't tell me or I didn't listen. It came with a washer and dryer. So I was struggling what to do with my washer and dryer. I put it in the spare bedroom at first. That wouldn't do. I needed room to unpack, and so I put it in the little outbuilding out back on the deck. Well, that took up all my storage spaces, and I wanted to put all my flattened boxes in there. So I humped the washer and dryer down the stairs today and put it in the storage that the company has, and the thorn out of my side is gone. I'm so happy. Hey, we had a great time at K3LR's antenna farm the other day, me and MMY Chris. Fantastic time. Anyway, I'll save the rest for the net. K4OG, back to net.
All right, Mark. Yeah, I unfortunately had to miss that field trip to K3LR. NORS had a POTA event scheduled way in advance, and I committed to be there, so I was there. It was good. But, yeah, I really wanted to go see K3LR, so looking forward to hearing about it. Glad you got your thorn out of your side there. We'll clear with K4OG for now and go down and touch base with Ray, K5CFY. How you doing, Ray, and are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
W8WKY.
Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, K5CFY. Good evening, Eric. Awesome job on the pre-net show here. Appreciate you doing that. Good to hear everybody in there, Josh, Lucy, and the old-timer, I guess we'll start calling him. Happy birthday tomorrow there, if he's still listening, Just Nick. But, yeah, I'll definitely be hanging around, and I'll give it back to you, and let's get on down the list. K5CFY, we'll be listening.
All right there, Ray. Very good. We got you on the list of sticking around. Thank you for the compliments. And, yeah, I got to be careful calling Just Nick an old man because I am, like, half a step behind him. So happy birthday to Just Nick for sure. We'll clear with K5CFY for now. Go down to Andy, AB8MO. How you doing tonight, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
I think so. Maybe I'll start checking in short time to get on the top of the list. But I'm too nice for that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the dashboard on 015, and the Allstar's working, but somebody kept chunking the repeater like a lot, so I just disconnected it. So Newberry's not going to be connected tonight. I'm not going to put up with that, especially when it's on our repeater, and if people aren't going to behave, it's not going to get connected, and that's the end of that. But I'm here on my node, and that's where I'm going to stay. Back to you there, Eric. Thanks for doing the pre-show. This is AB8MO.
All right, very good, Andy. Good to hear you tonight. Your node is working spectacularly. And sorry to hear about the 015. I'm sure you guys will figure that out. We'll clear with AB8MO, and we'll go on down and touch base with Russ, KD8VYT. I don't know if you're still out there, Russ. I know we talked before the pre-show. I threw you on the log. I don't know if you wanted that, but are you out there, Russ, KD8VYT, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
Why, yes, I am. I had nothing better to do, so I came in here and turned the radios on. Thought I'd partake in this tonight. So, happy birthday to Nick, and say hey to Ray, and Alan, and anybody else from Oklahoma that I might have met before. And I'll be sticking around for the big show. KD8VYT.
Excellent, Russ. Yep. By the way, my plywood pond reference is kind of a backhanded reference to the Beverly Hillbillies with their cement pond. Anyway, we'll clear with KD8VYT for now, and go down to Jairus, AI5Q. How you doing tonight, Jairus? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KE8VZA, this is AI5Q, and yes, I'll be sticking around for the main net. I'll save my comments for then since you're running kind of short on time.
Thanks, Jairus. Yeah, we're going to whip through this list pretty quick here so you can turn the reins over to Nick at night in a minute. Thanks for checking in. Got you on the list. Next on the list is W8KOC Fred. How you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the main show tonight?
KE8VZA, W8KOC. Good evening, Eric. I'll second that. What they said earlier. Good job on the pre-net, as always. Hopefully you're going to have a good net this evening. I'm going to just get get in and out tonight. And hopefully everybody has a wonderful rest of their Sunday. And a happy birthday to Just Nick if he's still listening. 7-3, Eric, talk to you soon. KE8VZA, W8KOC, back to net.
good, Fred. Thanks for checking in tonight. Thanks for the compliments. Got you checked in and out. So 73, and we'll hear you on the barometer net this week, I'm sure. Okay, next on the list is KD2HCE, who asked to be in and out on the blue screen. 73, Chris, thanks. And next is KE8QFT, Fred. How you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Hello. Yeah, I will. Happy birthday, Nick. Just of the Knicks. And back to net control. KE8QFT.
All right, very good, Fred. Got you on the list. We'll clear with KE8QFT. And next we'll go down to KE8ZRY. Jeremy, how you doing? And are you going to stick around for the main net? KE8ZRY. Jeremy, are you going to stick around for the beacon net tonight? Okay, we'll circle back and check in with him in a bit. Mac, KI5RFI, how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
This is KI5RFI. Yes, sir. I had my little nap earlier, so I'm ready to go. I'll turn it back to net control and wait for the main event there. KI5RFI.
All right, Mac. Good deal getting a nap in there. Getting re-energized. Thanks for checking in. Got you on the list of sticking around. We'll clear with KI5RFI for now and go down to KC8FQV Mark. Northern Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Yeah, because the main net should have started already, but yeah, we got kids that want to play with their fingers that need them broke off. They can't play no more. So back it comes, KC8FQV.
All right, Mark, got you on the list of sticking around. That sounds a little extreme, though. We need to rethink that. And we'll clear with KC8FQV and go down to, see, next on the list was KA8MNT, Tom, who asked to be in and out. Thanks, Tom. And 73. And WV3K Philip, who also asked to be in and out. 73, Philip. And after that is KE5NCP. Tom, I picked you up from the blue screen. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
Yeah, good evening, Eric and group there. Sounding good down this way tonight, and you know, it's been a long day, and no, we're gonna be in and out. Gotta some dinner and get the troops ready to go to bed here. So we're not gonna be able to stick close to the radio the rest of the way. So hope everybody has a good net, and we'll look forward to catching you later. KE5NCP 73.
All right, Tom. Well, hey, come back when you can stay a while. We punched your ticket here, marked you in and out. 73. Thanks. Okay, next on the list is Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. How you doing tonight, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Hey, good evening there. This is KI5TAQ. And yes, I am going to stick around for the net. We'll see what kind of question or questions that come up, especially when Alan and the Cornwaldo bean is out there. So this is KI5TAQ.
W8WKY.
All right, Tim. Thanks for checking in. Got you on the list as sticking around. Okay, we are 5 minutes over on the pre-net. I apologize. We're going to turn the reins over to our net control station tonight, KE8QKO. Nick at Night, take it away.
Good evening, Eric, and fine business on the pre-show. All right, good evening, and welcome to the Beaconette. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beaconette meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is direct net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Let's also wish Just Nick a very happy birthday today. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the Beacon, the pre-show that would like to check into the Beaconette, please say your call sign now, phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Oscar Yankee KE8QOY and Joe. Oscar time. Please check in KJ5EKW Kilo Julia 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey Kenny, South Bixby, Oklahoma.
Okay, I have KE8QOY, and I have KJ5EKW. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the Beaconette? Please call now. All right, that sounds pretty good to me. Let's go up and talk to our trivia masters. We're going to start with K8VZA, Eric. Go ahead and take it away, Eric.
KE8QKO and the group. This is KE8VZA here with the main trivia question. Okay, buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. How many golf balls are there on the moon? The possibilities are Alpha 2, Bravo 5, Charlie 8, or Delta 11. I'm going to take a break for time and I'll reread the question. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. How many golf balls are there on the moon? Possibilities are Alpha 2, Bravo 5, Charlie 8, or Delta 11. I'll put this one in the blue screen. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. I made a guess in my head, a random guess in my head, and I heard that number pop up during your answers, so I wrote down my answer, and I'll give it out later in the net. I prefer to give those answers out later instead of saying them now. I don't want to curb anybody's opinion, and I could very well be very, very wrong. But thank you very much for a fine question there, Eric. Let's go down and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read. Alan, take it away.
Kilo India 5 Delta Alpha Yankee. Hey, good evening, everybody. Tonight's alternate trivia question is brought to you by graham crackers and banana pudding. Larry the Rubber Chicken says, howdy. There he goes. And what else? Here comes the question. Let me drop this drop real quick. All right. We all love a good commercial jingle, right? Which one of these artists wrote the familiar jingles for State Farm's Like a Good Neighbor and Band-Aids, I Am Stuck on Band-Aids jingles? Again, which one of these artists wrote the familiar State Farm's Like a Good Neighbor and Band-Aids, I Am Stuck on Band-Aids? Was it A, Randy Newman, B, Barry Manilow, C, John Tesh, or D, Imogene Cornwaldo-Bean? KI5, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine alternate trivia question. And this is KEQKO on the WWKR repeater, where we're going to start going through check-ins to the BeaconNet. The WWKR repeater is 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And let's see here. First station we have is actually in and out, the WB4AIZ. Chuck down in Florida. Chuck was in the path of the recent hurricane, or slightly off the path, but close enough to have some outages. So everything works out there for you, Chuck, and you get your power back. But it's good to hear you check in. And the next station we have is K4OG. Mark, how you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Hey, good evening, Nick at night. K4OG here. Good evening, everyone. Oh, let's see. The K3LR trip was more than fantastic. Now I gotta watch more videos about K3LR and its site. I created a video of my own and put it on my YouTube channel. There's people out there with links to it. If you want one, just ask me. I'll send it. And he has some excellent hot dogs that he fed us right away. Local meat from somewhere nearby. And had a foreign girl from Germany, I think. She was cooking the dogs, and just a lovely time and fascinating place. So that's it. I'm going to give you my answer to the questions. I'm going to go with my favorites, Charlie and Charlie. K4OG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down for Charlie and Charlie. And I'll say congratulations getting a washer moved out. That can be quite the adventure, moving those by yourself. So good job there, sir. It's good to hear you, and we'll talk to you later. Next, we have K5CFY Ray. How you doing, Ray? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
K5CFY here. Nick at night, great job on the net there. Wave a hand there at Eric there on the keyboard, doing a great job. I'm going to go with beacon and barometer. B&B for my guesses. Good to hear everybody out there. Good to hear Russ in there. Hadn't talked to Russ in a while. Good to hear him in there. So I'll say 73, everyone. Take care, and we'll hang around and see what's happening. K5CFY. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Ray. Appreciate you being out there. I did not hear your trivia because I was typing in my little notepad here, an update for the end of the net, but I think my net logger probably got it. Oh, there it is. Bravo and bravo. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate you. Next, we have AB8MO, Andy. How you doing, Andy? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
W8WKY.
KEQKO and the BeaconNet. This is AB8MO. Well, all right. Found out that from the other guy with the Norma organization, he just discovered that our internet domain website lapsed. So we got to get paid. And hopefully, we're still using Superbot, but he says that he's going to probably change it over to Almon or something like that at some point. So we'll see how that works. So hopefully by tomorrow morning it'll be good again, and we'll be good to go for the barometer net. So
Let's see here. I threw my answers in the blue screen, but I think it got lost here in this gobbledygook between Alan and, let's see, Eric is conspiring, and so is Jarrah. So you're all guilty of muddying up the blue screen. What Dallas, the Cowboys got demolished by Detroit, like, 47-9 or something like that? It was pathetic. I didn't watch when I saw the score. I'm like, holy cow. I'd be willing to bet Dallas only got their only kicks. Yes, I blaspheme Dallas. That's just too bad, Alan. I think their only points came for the kicker from the way it looked. They got 9 points, so if the kicker got 3 field goals, that'd be 9 points. So, although the Browns aren't looking any better, really. So, anyway, okay, Alan. Well, I mean, the Browns are an embarrassment, too. So, I wonder who would be worse team, Dallas or Cleveland right now. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, now that I am Alphabet Soup. Let's see, Alpha, I think, was 2 balls. We'll go with 2 balls. And you got it on there. A and C, air conditioning, which I could use up here in the shack. We took our air conditioners out, and my shack got pretty hot running my amplifier at 200 watts digital, trying to get that D-Expedition off the coast of Brazil, but I got them. So I worked 160 through 10, and I've got 3 bands on sideband. So there you go. It's Papa Fox, or Papa X-Ray 0 Fox Fox. So in case anybody wants to try to get that D-Expedition, it's a pretty rare call sign, because most of the island is a nature preserve, so not many people live there. Alrighty, now that I assaulted Alan, I'll throw it back to you, Nick. This is AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. We have your answers down there for Alpha and Charlie. And I'll say this, maybe you talk about which is worse, Dallas or Cleveland. I don't think the Dallas quarterback walked off the field. So there's that. But thanks for checking in there, Andy. I appreciate it. And next we go down to KD8VYT, Russ. How you doing, Russ? I haven't heard you in here in a while. Why don't you come back with your comments for the net tonight?
Yeah, I've been getting bored with the sports. Guardians aren't playing tonight, so my wife's watching other teams. I didn't have HF for a while because the vines and trees and everything kind of pulled my antenna down. I have a half-wave bed, and I put out a big thank you to Andy and Dustin who came over, spent the afternoon, got that thing higher than ever before. We had to replace some wire, and first I didn't get 80 meters, but tonight I got plenty of 80 meters. But now I'm back on HF, and a big thank you to those 2 guys. And as far as football goes, I am not watching the Browns until they get rid of Deshaun Watson. There is no sense in that. The guy can't complete a pass to save his life. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking. Oh, my answer to the questions is A and B. A for the first one and B for the alternate. I think B was Barry Manilow. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Everybody have a great evening. KD8VYT.
All right, thank you, Russ. Glad you got that antenna up. Glad Andy and Dustin will help you there. We got your answers down as Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for checking in, and come back again. We miss you. Okay, our next station here is before I go to the next station, I'm going to identify. This is K8QKO on the WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station is AI5Q, who was already given us his answers, but we'll get his comments. So, Jairus, take it away.
AI5Q here as a actual graduate of Oklahoma State University, unlike Alan, who thinks OU is the greatest thing since sliced bread because he is a bandwagon fan and didn't go to school there. You know how you can tell an OSU grad from an OU grad? Like, it's easy. You go to Walmart and you see somebody with an OU hat, they probably went to Walmart. And if you see somebody with an OSU hat, they probably went to school there. So there you go. Alan went to Walmart, picked himself up an OU hat, and thought that he was special. Had a good weekend. Let me see. I need to watch the dashboard here so I don't time myself out. All right, there we go. Had a good weekend camping with the daughter for Scouts, and they entertained some Cub Scouts and cooked for them, and we cooked for the parents and had a great time. It was a Wizarding World event with a Harry Potter theme, and they showed the Sorcerer's Stone in the evening from 9:30 to 11:30 at night. Kids got back kind of late, but I was already asleep, and they didn't bother waking me up, so I appreciate that. I got up about 5:30 this morning and started working on heating up water for breakfast and clean up and all that kind of stuff. Had a really good time out in the woods out of Camp Garland, and anyway, we found 4 tents that had been put up wet and were moldy and had to take them out, let them dry, and then somebody had to take them home to wash them with some soap with a power washer and try and get the mold out of them and put them and dry out again and put them back up. And then we found 2 Dutch ovens that have been in the trailer for about 6 months with some leftover food and stuff, debris and foil stuck in them. So I took those to the car wash and power washed them, and then brought them home, boiled them for about 20 minutes, took them off the boil, dumped out the water, and then took a wire brush to the inside of the pan, scraped all the residual out of them. And I know I'm at 2 minutes and 35 seconds, so I'm keeping track. Scraped all the debris out of the pan still that was left over after power washing and boiling, and then coated them with oil and reseasoned them. So there we go. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jairus. Yeah, nothing like fun finding wet and leftover unclean gear. I also did some scout camping this weekend, though, without scouts. I finished up wood badge. I took that this year with my local council, and I took it. The first weekend was last month, and the second weekend was this month. So I have my tickets to go through now, and I'll get beaded eventually at some point in time. And we're camping next weekend. I don't know if you guys are going to participate in Jamboree on the Air, but we're taking our troop out, and we're going to set up and do some Jamboree on the Air and try to eventually get them all the mayor badge, or the radio mayor badge, and start this weekend with some of the contacts they need. So I don't know if you're going to be out there. If you are, maybe we'll hear you. But thanks for checking in there, Jairus. And we have your answers down at Alpha and Bravo. Our next 2 stations here in and out is W8KOC and KD2HCE. That takes us down to KE8QFT. Uncle Fred. How you doing, Fred? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hello, Nick. Hello, everybody out there. The trivia, 2 golf balls are up there. I told them guys not to. I told them, pick that stuff up when you leave. They don't listen. Alternate trivia has got to be B. Barry Manilow, because he wrote the songs that made the whole world sing, He wrote of loving special things. He was music, and he wrote the songs. It was an amazing field trip yesterday. I had a good time. Wow, incredible, you know, all them antennas. How about them Guardians? Yes, sir, we got the Yankees. The Yankees, man. You couldn't ask for anything more. You know what I mean? And the very worst they could finish if they somehow lose to the Yankees would be number 2 in the American League. You can't beat that. Heck of a young team there. Other than that, the Browns, yeah, what can you say? You know, they'll never get it right with that quarterback thing. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Fred. We have the answers down there for Alpha and Bravo, and you're right, the Browns will never seem to get it right with the quarterback thing. Don't know why, they just can't seem to get it right. Our next station here is KE8CRY. Jeremy, how you doing, Jeremy? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo Yankee, KE8 ZRY. Jeremy, are you out there and do you have comments for the Beacon Net? Okay, nothing heard there. Perhaps we'll have to maybe see if Jeremy wants to come back and check or do a recheck with us later. Our next station was in and out. That's AF5JB, and that takes us down to KI5RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for us?
Well, good evening from northwest Arkansas. Beautiful day here. Getting ready to turn winter, I think tonight. Temperature is supposed to drop to about 48 degrees tonight. My answers to the trivia questions are going to be Charlie and Bravo. And being an Arkansas alumni, I got to say, Woo Pig Suey and Go Hogs. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mac. Got your answers down for Charlie and Bravo. Thanks for checking in there, sir. We always appreciate it. And before I go any further, I'm going to identify. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And next, we're going to talk to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Then we do all the reset KCFQV. I'm going to say the main one is 2 balls, and the alternate is bare mantle, which is B. So A and B. And everything else is going good here. And yeah, we got a lot of people on the blue screen tonight. I think that may be a record, possibly. You know, we have all kinds of things we keep records on. Yeah, the Oklahoma group, they have a log of records of net loggers and everything else. But, yeah, went to OVA's services on Friday. So we all got to behave ourselves. He's over there looking down at us all. So back it comes, KC8FQV. And that was Lyle on West Lincoln. So back it comes, KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Yeah, it's fun times in the blue screen tonight. And we have your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for checking in there. Our next three stations here in and out, that's K8MNT, WV3K, and KE5NCB, which takes us down to KI5TAQ from Bowflang, Oklahoma, Taco Tim. Take it away, Tim.
Oh, good evening there, everyone on the Beacon Net. This is KI5TAQ. Well, I've heard so many comments on the trivia question tonight. The alternate question. I'd possibly go with C. That's for the alternate. The main trivia question, I'll go with A. But there should be another question that goes along with it. Who was the person that shot those balls off the moon? Oh, that would be a good one. But I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. We have your answer down there for AC. Appreciate you checking in there, sir. Thank you. Next, we have K8QLY. How you doing, Joe? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Oscar Yankee, Joseph. Sorry, I didn't read the preferred name originally. If you're out there, you want to come back with the traffic for the Beacon Net, please call now. Okay, nothing here from Joe there. Perhaps he had to step away and he can try to recheck with us later. But that also takes us down to our next station, which is KJ5EKW. Kenny. How you doing, Kenny? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Kilo Juliet 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey. Good evening to the net. Doing great here in South Bixby. I'm making some plans for a little mini road trip tomorrow. We're going to see the Big Boy steam locomotive driving through Oklahoma, or training through Oklahoma. Trains don't drive. I'm not sure how the verbiage goes, but yeah, it's a big old choo-choo. It makes a lot of woot-woot and a lot of hissing and steam, and should be a fun time. I'm taking my step hop, and it's going to be a nice little road trip right next to Route 66. Going to hit some burger joints on the way home. And my answers for the net, or for the trivia, are going to be a pair of Bravos. That's going to be Bravo and Bravo. And with that, I will send it back to you, Nick. Thank you so much for taking my check-in. This is KJ5EKW, back to Kilo Echo A, Quebec, Kilo Oscar.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, sir. Sounds like you're going to have a pretty good time there. It actually looks pretty cool. Or sounds pretty cool. I didn't see anything about it, but it sounds pretty cool. Obviously, have fun with that. Have fun with your stops to get some burgers. And we have your answers down for Bravo and Bravo. Next, we have KC3SEG, now from Panama City, Florida. How you doing, Greg? How's the new place holding up?
Good evening, everyone, on the Beacon Net. This is KC3SEG down here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Doing pretty good down here. We've been here almost month now already. I don't know where the month went already. But, yeah, celebrating our first month down here. And Teddy and I are settling in real good, doing a lot of POTA. That's about all we do down here is POTA and POTA. So before I forget, I want to answer the questions. I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie. I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie for my trivia questions. And that's about it until I talk to you guys on Wednesday. This is KC3SCG, back to net from Panama City Beach, Florida.
All right, thank you, Greg. We got your answers down there for Alpha and Charlie. Thanks for checking in with us there, sir, and glad everything's going well with the new move. Our next station here is at AWB. Stefan, how you doing? Haven't heard you on here in a bit. How you doing, Stefan, and how's life treat you?
November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, life's treating me good. I did not hear the trivia question, but you know what? I'm going to wing it. So I'm going to say Charlie and Delta. Charlie and Delta. Not sure, because I didn't hear it, but there you have it. Yeah, this afternoon I was hanging out with KE8TLB Randy, and we were talking with NT8D, and we were listening in our starting location for the 2 locations that he has in mind, one for this weekend's fox hunt. We were able to hear the fox, and so we knew that it was transmitting fine from our starting location. And that is coming up this Saturday. And anybody that's interested, the fox hunt, people will meet at Bueller's in Wadsworth. I believe it's 10 o'clock. And I'll be the starting master, handing out envelopes, getting your odometer readings. And I think it's K40G winked out because he wants to try to find the fox. Well, we double hit it, Mark. We double hit it. So you should have stayed in the checkout lane. But I'm just kidding. But no, I think we're going to have a good event, and then I was helping Randy out with his Clear Node. And Randy's got the new Clear Node, the new software, the ASL3, which I don't have on mine because I have the older one with ASL2. And I talked to Jerry from Clear Node Ventures, and he said they have no plans on updating the old Clear Node software. They might think of it. Keep an eye on the web page because it's not just an update, it's a complete erasing of the card because you got to put a brand new version of the Linux on there. Long story short, didn't know how to get into the web portal on the ASL3 with the new look. Finally texted Jerry and he said it's ASL and whatever your Clear Node number is. Where the other one there's another link for nodes, and that one is admin and whatever your Clear Node password is. So the first one's ASL for the web portal and your Clear Node password. So we learned a few things tonight. So when I do finally get an update or just think about purchasing a new one and selling this one off to somebody for a decent price, I'll be ready to go. I'll send it back to you. Everyone have a great evening, and I'll be listening November 8 Whiskey Bravo. Back to net. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Good to hear you, too.
All right, thank you, Stefan. I'll tell you what we're going to do, though, before I'm going to identify real quick. This is K8QKO, the WWK repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive Austin with a PL total 114 Mark 8. We have not reread the trivia questions at all tonight, so I think this is a good chance to go ahead and reread those because we're going to open it up for more check-ins here in a minute. And that's going to give Stefan a chance to actually answer the questions. So let's go up and talk to K8VZA to get the primary question read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA back with a reread of the main trivia question. Here we go. How many golf balls are there on the moon? Your choices are Alpha 2, Bravo 5, Charlie 8, or Delta 11. And I just posted it in the blue screen again. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Next, we're going to go down and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, I hope I'm going to turn off my little display sign here, so maybe if there was buzzing, it'll stop, but I don't know. I'm kind of close to my hand shack. I'm on Allstar now, but tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. We all love a good commercial jingle, right? Which one of these artists wrote the familiar jingles for State Farm's Like a Good Neighbor and Band-Aids, I Am Stuck on Band-Aids? Was it A, Randy Newman, B, Barry Manilow, C, John Tesh, or D, I'm a Gene Cornwaldoby? KI5DAY. Zip it, Jared.
All right, thank you, Alan. You had a little bit of a buzz there, but you were readable. Let's go down and talk to N8WB. Stefan, do you want to change your answers?
November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Yeah, after hearing the questions, I think I will. So, I believe there were no more than 2. So, I'm going to go with Alpha on the first one. And hey, he said in his original, one of his big songs that he writes the music, he writes the songs that people sing, so I'm going to go with B for Barry Manilow. He writes songs, that one that he wrote, writes the songs of something, anyways, that people know or sing or do. So anyways, I'll go with, that would be A and B. A and B. Thank you for the return on that. November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Back to you, Nick. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thanks for checking in there, Stefan. We have your answers down at Alpha and Bravo. And unfortunately, I will not be able to make this fox hunt. I've been wanting to do one of those for a while. But this weekend is Jamboree on the Air. So I'm going out with my son's scout troop, and we're going to try to make some contacts. Hey, yell those operators out there, tell them to go home and get on HF and try to talk to some kids that are calling CQ Jamboree on the air. Maybe we'll get some contacts and get some conversations going and maybe hopefully spark some radio bugs on some kids' ears. But anyway, thanks for checking in there, Stefan. We always appreciate it. And we're going to open up here for more check-ins. So anyone out there who has not checked into the BeaconNet that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KE8 HNK, Elmer and Akron, Kilo Echo 8, Hotel November Kilo.
All right, at KE8 HNK Elmer. And is there anyone else out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to Elmer. K8 HNK. Take it away, sir.
KE8 HNK and the group. I just wanted to say give you one for the numbers and tell the gentleman that congratulations are going to see the big boy locomotive. Of course, it's one of my dream locomotives. Maybe I'll get out there one day. Other than that, that's all I got for the net here. KE8 HNK, back to net control, 73.
All right, thank you, Elmer. Did you want to answer our trivia questions?
Negative. I was listening to him, but then I wasn't really paying attention, so I'm going to pass for this evening. K8 HNK, back to net control.
All right, copy of that, sir. Thanks for checking in there. It's good to hear you. Haven't heard you in a bit. Haven't really had a chance to talk to you in a while, so it's always good to hear your voice. Okay, that puts me back down at the bottom of the list here. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater. Anyone out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Whiskey 8, Mike Papa Golf, Jim New Franklin, W8MPG. All right, at Whiskey 8, Mike Papa Golf. Is there anyone else out there who would like to check in? Please call now.
Well, I'm going to recheck, Dustin.
Okay, this is K8QKO, Nick. Got a recheck from Mark, WKC8FQV. Is there anyone else that would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Whiskey November 8th, Sierra Charlie, India. I'll be short time.
Okay, let's go up and talk to WN8SCI. Go ahead and take it away, sir.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Well, I suppose today was a pretty good day, so nothing to complain about there. Just kind of wanted to check in and put the radios to use. Just been listening to some HF, and I need to straighten out my antenna tomorrow. It's starting to lean a little bit, so don't really have too much to say, so I'll go ahead and pass it back to Net Control. Just kind of wanted to check in and say hi. So, WN8SCI, and I'll pass it back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Walter. It's good to hear you out here. We don't hear you on the net too often. It's always good to have you check in. Did you happen to hear our trivia questions and want to answer?
You know, I've been listening to them, but I just kind of grabbed the mic at the last second, and I'll just go with B and C. I'll go with B and C. So, back to you.
All right, sounds good, sir. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie. Let's go up and talk to you, W8MPG James. How you doing, James? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Hey, Nick, good evening to you. Good evening, everybody on the net. I'm doing good. I just turned the radio on a couple minutes ago. Just wanted to check in, give you a number. I did not hear the trivia, but you can put me down for Alpha and Alpha. That sounds good. And back to you, everybody. Have a good night, W8MPG.
All right, thank you, James. That might be a pretty good guess. We'll see how it works out. Got your answers down for Alpha and Alpha. Thanks for checking in there. We appreciate it. And then we had a recheck from KC8FQV, Mark. How you doing, Mark? What is your recheck?
All right, yeah, KCFQ. Yeah, I've just been looking at if I get a new car. I'm looking at these things now. Some of them look like they're arcade games that you're driving. Some, have buttons that, you do your selector. Some are across at the console. Others, are at the console, but just the pattern they're set up. One has got the park on the side, and then you have reverse, neutral, and drive buttons. Others have a dial, dial, which is a little more conventional of a gear shifter. They got park and reverse, neutral, drive. They have a dial. some go down when you shut the car off, and then they pop up out of the car, so the dial does. Yeah, and of course there are some still do have the old gear shift. But yeah, there's a lot of this new stuff, I'm thinking what's going to happen as people's fingers get, neuropathy in that, or if their eyesight gets a little worse, that can they see the buttons? Because you used to just move the shifter from park to reverse, and then you moved it one more down, that was neutral, and then you moved another one, you're in drive. So it's a very interesting thing that's happening out there. So let's send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. I'm going to chime in a little bit on that one. I would wonder if you can't see the buttons because your eyesight. I think this is coming from somebody whose eyesight is continuously getting worse as I age, so I could be shooting myself in the foot at some point. But if I can't see the buttons to figure out what gear I'm in with drive versus park, maybe I shouldn't be driving. I'm just going to toss that one out there. I know I can feel where I'm shifting now, and I can count them, and that is a thing. But you still got to read road signs. So that's where I'm sitting with that. Oh, geez. Let's see. And, if you're looking at cars, I just had a thought when you were talking. I don't know how valid this is. I don't go to amusement parks too often. But a lot of those places have EV charging. And a lot of times the EV charging is pretty close to the front door, or at least much closer than the regular parking spots if you get there a little bit later. So maybe you look at an EV. So you can go to like Cedar Point or Kings Island and all the stuff you like to do, plug the car in, recharge the battery, maybe for free-ish, while you're in the park, and then not have to walk as far to and from your car. I don't know, that's a thought that popped in my head. I don't know how it would work out, but it might be worth investigating. Anyway, thanks there, Mark. We appreciate it. And this is KAQKO on the WWQR repeater. We are opening up for more check-ins. So anyone would like to check in, please call now phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, I think we had somebody try to check in, but it was nothing but static. So I'm going to call now for one more round of check-ins before I go talk to the net control team. Anyone who would like to check in the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
Whiskey 8 Kilowatt Foxtrot Whiskey W8 KFW Carl in Ravenna Township.
All right, I have W8KFW Carl. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now. Okay, let's go talk to W8KFW Carl. How you doing, sir? I don't know if I've heard you on here before, so let's say welcome to the net. And how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good over here. Not too bad, not too bad. I've been listening now for a while, and I too tomorrow will have to go out and tighten up my HF antennas. I got a couple of them there drooping a little bit. I think the paracord I was using must be the cheaper brand because, I don't know, they seem to loosen up a little bit. But, yeah, I'm doing pretty good over here. got some pictures of Aurora from a couple of days ago, which was fine. Found a really good place to take pictures of Aurora. If anybody in the area would go over to West Branch and over at the that would be the West End boat ramp, and you just move your camera up over the lake, and they just seem to pop right out at you. But yeah, that's probably about it over here. Oh yeah, I was listening for the trivia questions, and I'll take Alpha and Bravo.
All right, thank you, Carl. Yeah, I don't get out that way. Actually, I was out that way today, but not out at night. So I actually drove out to Canfield. So, but yeah, sounds like a pretty good opportunity for pictures there. And we have your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. See what else was I going to say there. I was going to say something from your comments, and I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, sorry about that, sir. And thanks for checking in with us, though. We appreciate you checking in and hearing you out there, and yeah, all that happy stuff. Anyway, so this is KEAQKO on the WWKR repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And we're back at the bottom of the list here, so anyone who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Alpha 8 Golf, Kilo Golf, John, Akron.
Copy that was Kilo Alpha 8 Kilo Golf, correct?
KA8GKG.
All right, copy that. KA8GKG, John. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Oh, I just wanted to jump in and say hello. I haven't been on here in a while, but I want to thank Nick, KD8SLG, for organizing the trip to K3LR yesterday, and I was fortunate enough to be able to go. Had a blast. It was a very nice time and very enlightening, and I appreciate all the effort that was made by Nick and the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Club. As far as anyway, my thanks, hats off to everybody there. Thanks to you for running the net and check me in. I didn't hear the trivia, and that's okay. I am going to sign off for the night and go to bed. I got to be up early. I get to go back to work tomorrow, just like everybody else. And gee, I should be retired. 7-3 back to net control from KA8GKG.
All right, thank you, John. Yeah, it was sounds like it was a pretty good trip. I'm sorry I missed it. I had other stuff going on this weekend. Pretty much felt like I was working all weekend myself, so that's where I'm at. I have to get up and work tomorrow too. But I'm skipping the gym because I am tired and I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm doing that, taking my hall pass on that one. But yeah, anyway, thanks for checking in there, John. We appreciate you, and have a good night's sleep. All right, and this is KEAQKO on the WWKR repeater, taking check-ins for the Beacon Net. Anyone who'd like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our net control team. We're going to start with K8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA here.
Doing well, doing well. I'm going to abstain from the main trivia question, of course, and I'm going to pick Alpha for the alternate question. Let's see. This weekend, the Norse group had a Club POTA activation in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park at the Pine Hollow Trailhead, where we were back on June 1st, and it was a good time. Good time. I made 11 contacts. Most of them in the states: Indiana, 3 in Ohio, Colorado, Alabama, North Carolina, Mississippi, and Kansas. No, Alan, it wasn't you. But also one in France. That was the shocker. Anyway, that was really cool. What else? So I missed the field trip. I had already committed to the Norse POTA, and by the time the field trip date got settled on, I was cool with the original 3 dates, but that wasn't in the cards. Anyway, what else? That's about it. As I mentioned before the pre-net, I did a little work on the plywood pond, a.k.a. swimming pool, to try to get the closing of it going. And some days, parts of me just wants the thing gone, but that's probably more money than it's worth. But anyway, I enjoy it when it's summertime, so that's the silver lining and the main purpose. Anyway, that's all I have for now. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, I missed that trip too. And I will say, as far as the plywood pond goes, my wife has wanted one. My son would probably love one. I get stuck with doing all the work for it. So that's been my big reason not to do one of those. Also, I think my septic would get in the way of it, so there'd be that too. But yeah, those they can be fun in the summertime. They can be a pain in the wintertime. Funny story about one of those ponds that you are talking about. When I was in high school, my parents got one, put it next to the house, built a deck around it, and as soon as they built the thing, I went off to work at a summer camp, and I did that all through high school every summer. So they put in a pool so I could swim in it, and then I disappeared and got a job and hardly ever used it. And I don't want to say it's a sore spot with my parents, but they've mentioned it a number of times. So anyway, that's my comment on how that goes. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Eric. We appreciate you. Let's see if KD8EPC is still around. Dustin, are you out there? Do you have comments to that tonight? All right, maybe Dustin fell asleep there. So good night, Dustin. Sleep well. If you're hearing me, you're dreaming about me. And anyway, thanks for being around, sir. Our next three stations are in and out. That's KD8SLG, W8HRF, and K8YUK. However, it is one of the three's birthday today. And I'm going to give you a clue. His only name is Nick. Happy birthday, just Nick. See what I did there? Like birthday, but birthday, and it on. There's a pun on. Anyway, thanks for checking there. Thanks for being around there, Nick. We always appreciate you. And that takes us down to KI5DAY, Alan. How you doing, Alan? What do you have for the net tonight?
KI5DAY in the net. I have 2 quarters in the jukebox. $5 in my pocket for the net tonight. Hi. I have the regular trivia answer from me is going to be, I'm going to go with C, 8 golf balls on the moon, only because number 8 is my favorite number, so that's my guess for that one. And I don't know, I'm tired. Had my first activation yesterday for POTA, but I'm not sure if I got it all correct. I think I did. I uploaded it with an ADIF file after I put it in my Hammers log, and did the upload and stuff, and then uploaded all those to QRZ as well, so everybody that contacted me and chased me in the POTA there would get a while ago. He ate it. This is drop. Was that me?
I'm going to take it, Alan. Give me a minute to let this drop.
5DAY, am I still here?
Coming in okay with your normal buzz this evening. However, it went...
No, Alan, you're not here anymore. You were breaking up, but you're back now.
I'm not sure what was going on there, but you were pretty much unreadable. And I heard you say you let it drop.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I switched over to RF, but I heard this loud tone when I released it.
And then you said it to me, and I'm going to say, yeah, that was you. I don't know what's going on there, but there was something happening.
Okay, I5D.
We'll come back for a minute. We can try to catch up a bit.
Hey, I5Q, you got somebody on RF messing with you, Alan, so do the best you can or up the power.
Well, whoever the dingleberry is that's messing with me, I hope they're having a good time at their life. But anyways, switched over to the other side, but I didn't have anything else. KI5DA, I bet you.
Okay, I think I might have doubled with Alan there a little bit, and yeah. Anyway, the last transmission where you had nothing left sounded okay, except it sounded like you were cutting your hair at the same time. Anyway, maybe we have to clean that up a little bit next week and figure something out. But there was a good hair cutting buzz going on that last transmission. But we have your answer for the primary question down as Charlie Allen, and we always appreciate it. And we're going to do one more round of check-ins here before we go and get the answers for our trivia. So anyone out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. I'm going to take it there. Okay, last caller. I have Kilo India 5, and that's all I got out of that. Can you come back with your call sign again, please? Thank you, sir. I have Kilo India 5, Juliet India Bravo in and out. Thanks for checking in there, Chris. We appreciate you. Is there anyone else out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Jeff, Kimmy, did we get the answers yet, or did I miss them? I was somewhere. Okay, Jeff, Kimmy.
Patience, Mark. Patience. We're getting there. Okay, this is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater 147 Mark 390, positive Austin with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And we have talked to everybody and taken some check-ins. We're going to go up and get our trivia answers. We're going to start with K8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? Can you give us our answers? Or the answer for the primary question.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA back here with the answer to main trivia. And how many golf balls are there on the moon anyway? Well, survey says 2. So the answer is alpha.
And the backstory is, and I believe it was Taco Tim said we could have a bonus question for who was it, and the astronaut was Alan Shepard. Took a few moments during the Apollo 14 landing to show off his hobby during a live broadcast from the lunar surface on February 6th, 1971. He took 2 shots and said they went miles and miles, but based on data from the crew and a modern-day moon mission, the United States Golf Association stepped in and ruled that the first ball traveled 24 yards and the second one about 40 yards. So didn't do quite as good as he thought, but atmosphere is different up there, or pretty much non-existent, and gravity is only about 1/6 of Earth, so could be 2 factors. Anyway, KE8VZA, I'll put the answer in the blue screen, was Alpha 2 balls. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Actually, my answer was going to be Charlie, so I was definitely wrong. I'm going to go Charlie on the alternate as well. The funny thing is, I figured astronauts, as competitive as they are, there'd be more than 2. They figure Alan Shepard went up there, and then all the other astronauts after him probably were like, I want to beat Shepard. But also, if you can only hit that distance on the moon, part of me wonders if I could do better. I'm not as good at golf at all. But with the lack of atmosphere and the lack of gravity, you'd think you'd be able to hit a heck of a lot further than that. I don't know. Just me. Just my thinking. Anyway, thank you, Eric. We appreciate it. And next we're going to talk to KI5DAY. Get his alternate answer. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY on Allstar again. I backed away from my shack a little bit. Hopefully it's not buzzing too bad. But here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia question was, we all love a good commercial jingle, right? Which one of these artists wrote the familiar jingles for State Farm's Like a Good Neighbor and Band-Aids? I Am Stuck on Band-Aids jingles. Was it A, Randy Newman, B, Barry Manilow, C, John Tesh, or D, Imogene Cornwaldelbein? Well, it wasn't Imogene, although she was a great, brilliant crooner herself. The obvious answer should be John Tesh, but that's not right. It's Barry Manilow, so congrats to all who guessed it right, and congrats to those who Googled it. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, I would have guessed Barry Manilow, but also I thought it was after him that those came out, so that's why I went with John Tesh. Anyway, thank you, sir. Appreciate your fine question there. Let's go. This is KE8QKO and the WWKRI Peter. I'm going to reach out to KC8FQV. Mark, did you catch those answers, Mark? Can you come back?
W8WKY.
I just heard a lot of noise, and I didn't know if you guys got done or what was happening, and I went to the other room for a second. So, hey, good net, and it all worked out, even though there was a lot of little corpses in the system tonight. So, hey, good job. Back at net, KSFQV.
All right, thank you, sir. Just want to make sure you got them. And this is, we're at the bottom of our list here. We do one more round again of check-ins. One more round before we close this down. Anyone out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. So, I'm going to say before I close this down, for anyone who is not aware, this weekend coming up is Jamboree on the Air. This is a Boy Scout activity where Scouts will be communicating with other amateur radio operators and potentially Scouts working with amateur radio operators. You do not have to be involved with the Boy Scouts to participate. If you or anyone calling CQ Jamboree on the Air, please call back and let the kids make some contacts. This is a pretty good event. It's a worldwide event, and hopefully we can get some kids interested in radio. That's the end goal. Funny thing was, last year I did Camp Manitowoc in the National Park, the Boy Scout camp. We had a radio station set up there, and we had a bunch of kids come up and play with code, things like that. But there were a number of kids, more than I expected, that came walking up talking about how, can I talk on the radio? I'm like, well, I have to work that into our little schedule and make sure we have somebody watching. And they said, I have a license. And I said, well, fine. If you have a license, go ahead. There's kids out there that have their licenses that don't get on the air, and we can maybe try to get some blood into our hobby. So if you hear them out there, you hear them calling, get back to them, talk to them, get them excited, help us all out. I'm going to break for time. Before I close it out, I'll respond to Eric's comment in the blue screen. I'm going to be in Canfield, Eric, so I don't know what we're going to transmit on yet. I'm going to throw up an infrared half wave. I'm going to have my radio there. I might try to do some Allstar if I can get on the Wi-Fi, but maybe we can try to set up some 10-meter stuff and maybe talk to you. I know I really, really want to get the kids talking to people outside of Ohio and make some contacts maybe down south or maybe out west or maybe out in Europe. We'll see how it goes. But that's my goal. But maybe we can sync up and do something like that. Anyway, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, K8SLG, K8EPC, K5DAY, W8HRF, and K8YUK, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink WAWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the BrownerNet, also on the WWKY repeater every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KEQKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
W8WKY.